All right, let's write the profile essay. So I opened up this article because I like this article and I want to base my profile off this. So I'm going to go Nicholas Gentile, 37-year-old pastry chef. I'm going to live like one, first about a piece of land. Okay, so I'm going to take my Invisible Man interview and just make all this stuff up anyways because it's all made up anyways. Let's see. It used to be dedicated to science. All right, cool. So I'm just going to start it off just like the other one, Nicholas Gentile. So I'll say the Invisible Man. The Invisible Man is a scientist, is a well-studied scientist who had ambitions, to create a type of medicine that I'm just making all this up that helped with, we'll just say like disappearing people's blemishes or something like that, right? Like, so then it sounds more like a comic book that way. So it's like, oh, he was trying to make this medicine to like disappear like people's scars or their pimples, and then it got out of hand and it made his entire body invisible, and then he got bent on world domination. So that's gonna be the whole profile. So let's see what else they say here. We want to live like one. So that's our whole angle. So we need here, let me finish this. So let me zoom in so you can see. The Invisible Man is a well-studied scientist who had ambitions to create a type of medicine that helped with disappearing people's blemishes. However, once he finished his experimentation, he found that the medicine actually, caused his whole body to be invisible. This created a lot of complications and new developments in this man's life. Okay, so let's see. Near the town. Okay, so this is like the intro here. I do the same thing in mine. Now let's see. Did I have a name for this guy? Dr. Sierra. LOL. Jack the Ripper. Okay. He doesn't have a name. Dang. Okay, so we'll just keep calling him the Invisible Man. Anything else I want to include in the intro? This created a lot of complications and new development in this man's life. I'll just say where he once, wanted to help others, right, with their, physical appearance. He now, we don't need where. So we'll just say he once wanted to help others with their physical appearance, but now finds himself, finds himself focused only, now finds that he is focused only on himself. Okay. Now, first body, let's get a quote in here. What do they say here? Then on August 27th, group. So they're going to say this. So this is like this guy's narrative. So my Invisible Man narrative, or the narrative of my profile topic, which is the Invisible Man, we're going to talk about how he starts becoming bent on world domination. So let's go to the freaking thing. I used to define myself as a doctor, but more and more I'm defining myself. All right, sure. So I used to be dedicated to science. I still am in a lot of ways, but I find my interest in discovery with these scientists. Now that I'm invisible, finding myself in interactions and the internet, I have to push boundaries. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's see. I used to define myself. Okay, so we'll start with this quote. I think I'm going to use this one. Looks good. So he once wanted to help others with their physical appearance, but now finds that he's focused only on himself. You just say like, let's see. So now that he is invisible, let's see. How are we gonna do this? Actually, this is This is freaking tougher than I thought. I used to define myself as a doctor, but more and more I'm finding it someone is who's not there. Okay, so it's like now that he is invisible, this man, this man's main goals are to, you know, steal a bunch of money, steal a lot of money, and gain a lot of power. Except this isn't how he got his start, right? In the field of medicine. When he was younger, the Invisible Man looked up to, let's see, didn't it say Dr. Sear? Let's put this in there. We're gonna get rid of this for now. When he was younger, the Invisible Man looked up to Dr. Sear, right? And then we're gonna do this quote. So shit. So looked up to Dr. Sear, and I'll just say a famous, you know, dermatologist or something. It doesn't really matter. Dermatologist. Okay. Now we'll pop in this quote. Let me just re-clip it here. He says, blank, my mentor, Dr. C is my biggest. So it's like, and then so my man looked up at a famous dermatologist, but his influences changed as he noted, comma. All right, my mentor. Oh shit, my mentor. Blah 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 is Dr. Sear, my biggest influence, but lately I found I relate more with Jack the Ripper. LOL. Okay, now this is bothering me, so we're gonna go times Roman 12. Okay. And let's get this facing the right way. So it's like, so it's clear. So it's clear now that, you know, the Invisible Man, the Invisible Man's, you know, goals and interests have shifted in light of his discovery. Okay. So now we need a second body paragraph. This is probably when we can talk about he's invisible and talking about like he used to be dedicated to science. It's like let's see, I used to be dedicated to science. I still am in a lot of ways, but I'm finding my interest in discovery are waning, at least in regards to scientific discovery. So it's like, so let's talk about his current actions. So it's like he spends, you know, most of his days now stealing and garnering more power, right? Even though he was formerly a man of science, the Invisible Man is now what, sin? A man of treachery. Probably like treachery is good, right? Let's see, he spoke on his lack of interest in his former passion. Good, that's good, I like that. Yeah. Get your quotes in there. I used to be dedicated to science. I still am in a lot of ways, but I find my interest in discovery are waning, at least in regards to scientific discovery. Now that I'm invisible, I find myself discovering all the interactions. Let's see. We can probably get rid of that. So boom, boom, boom. Okay. He planned to rob a bank later that day after he finished speaking with me. Right. From there, one could only assume that he may have to resort to violence or other, you know, undesirable, you know, means to continue his new path of what? Evil doing? LOL. His new path, his new alternative path. Because I don't want to offer too much judgment. It's like really important that like you don't want to spin your profile too much. Okay. What else? So this one's just about how this guy goes and throws the freaking thing, the ring in the volcano. Over time, I realized that my friends, my relatives, good. Okay. And the 2 hectares of land he bought, good, good, good. So maybe I could talk about how the Invisible Man has like set up his current life to just be all about thievery and killing. And then we'll conclude because we only need 2 more paragraphs, 1 more quote. Let's see. I first became a scientist to discovery. Oh, shoot. Well, I kind of rewrote that. The most frustrating event was when I was in the bank the other day. He's going to kill me. Oh, yeah, I want him to kill me at the end of the essay. LOL. The only misconception is that I'm going to kill you, Mr. Interviewer, so the word doesn't get out. Okay, so I'll just say that, yeah, things get a little bit confusing here. I kicked him in the shin. So it's like, you know, one of the most memorable moments in the Invisible Man's life, besides his groundbreaking discovery, was an incident he had when robbing a bank. A different bank than the one. Oh, we'll just say robbing a bank again. I'll fix it later. Okay. When he had robbing a bank, right? He relates the story. Bam, bam, bam. Quote. Okay, quote. Let's get it in. Where is it? Yeah. All right. This is too long, so we'll probably cut it. Okay. He relates the story. The most frustrating event was when I was in the bank the other day. I waited until, let's see. You don't need this. So we can get rid of that. I'll say, boom, boom. I waited until the teller opened her drawer and stuffed all the cash into a bag. But when I tried to leave, some hero got in my way. Good. A middle-aged man, a real James Dean, if you will. But when I kicked him in the shin, escaped, grabbed me, and then, okay, good. So this is pretty long. When I kicked him in the shin and make my escape, he grabbed me by the throat, confirmed that even though I'm invisible, I can be touched by those that are not invisible. I'm just going to use it. Even, dang, this is now a blog quote. He relates the story. I'm going to leave it there for a second. We're going to come back. So it's like, let's see. So I'll just get rid of this and we'll do ellipses. When I try, we don't need the but either. Good. Now that's less than 4 lines. When I tried to leave, some hero got in my way. And I'm just going to dot this too. So my quote's shorter. Okay, these are ellipses, and you can use quote like this. This is how you take out unnecessary information. You just want to use the quote, you know, whatever you want for the quotes to serve your purpose. So he relates the story, When I tried to leave, some hero got in my way, right? Because I already set up that he's robbing a bank, so we understand. But when I kicked him in the shin to make my escape, he grabbed me by the throat and confirmed even though I appear invisible. Now it's less than 4 lines, so I don't have to block quote. I can be touched by those who are not. I can be touched by those who are not invisible. Good. So it's like this creates complications, right? You need to explain the quote. This creates complications for the Invisible Man. And might be the reason why he has turned to violence lately, right? So it's like, though he spends most of his time, you know, stealing, you know, pushing the boundaries of legality, I can still sense some lost passion. Invisible Man is a fallen hero or whatever. I don't know. So this is going to be a new paragraph. So we just need to end this. One of the most memorable moments. So it's like this creates conflict. Might be the reason he's turned to violence lately. But it's like, but this moment, in addition to his brilliant discovery, are what make him who he is today. Okay, you need to end that paragraph with a nice conclusion sentence. Though he spends most of his time stealing and pushing the boundaries of legality, I can still sense some lost passion in his voice. The invisible man, right? So it's like this is how you want to end it. The invisible man is a fallen hero, right? He has the capacity. I'm almost done. He has the capacity for brilliance, but life, but the curve, but the difficulties life has thrown him have caused his path to lead down like darker alleys. As we went to close out the interview, as we went to close out the interview, the invisible man took off his clothes and I lost sight of him. Then I heard, this is getting a little bit away from like what you're supposed to do in the profile, but I don't really care. Then I heard him say, well, let's see, what does he say? He's going to kill me, right? I'm going to kill you, Mr. Interviewer, so the word doesn't get out. Good. Cool. I'm just going to end with that quote. It seems fun. I'm just going to get rid of that. Boom, boom, boom. And then bam, bam, bam. Aye. Cool. Let's see. Word count. All right, 488. It's short. I mean, there's like a couple places I could improve, but this is the general idea. I might make a couple edits. Put your header in. English 101, date 10/28, whatever the date is, I don't care. And then we're gonna say title is like gonna be like losing visibility in a hostile world. I don't even know. Doesn't sound that good, but let's make this a line left. Shit. This center. Then we'll control all, and then we'll go format, line spacing, dub. All right, and then let's get our little header in there. Insert page number. I'll probably add a little bit more before when I ship it to you guys. And then right. Get that times 12. Cool. All right, that's it, guys. Looks good. Oh, wait. No, it isn't. Oh, shit. Works cited. Don't forget your works cited. So you come down here, right at the end, you go insert page break. You got to do page break because otherwise it'll show up all clunky and I'll see it like you want it to show up as its own page. And you center this, give it a tab, and then just do boom. Left align, man, the invisible. Personal interview, and then 28. Anything more than 4 letters, just abbreviate. Okay, done.